technology.
Well, that was a very illuminating session on VR filmmaking, VR, virtual reality, and how it will have impact on cinema. You're watching telecast of the International Film Festival of India 2019 on Doordarshan from Panjim, Goa. One of the films that has been featured in the Indian Panorama section is called Kolambi. Kolambi means loudspeaker. And right now, to discuss more about this film, I'm joined in the studios with the director of the film. Please welcome Shri T.K. Rajeev Kumar. Namaskar, sir. Welcome. Mr. Rajeev Kumar has been a National Film Awardee for an environmental film that was called Whispers of Water. And over the course of last 3 decades, you've directed 25 films. This is your 25th film, Kolambi. So congratulations on the Silver Jubilee.
Thank you so much.
What does Kolambi say?
Kolambi is all about human relationships and contemporary, in the contemporary world, I think that film deals with the need of the human relationships and how it should be viewed and executed in a society. I think basically it's all about human relationships.
So we understand there's a lead couple, and that's played by Renji Pennikar and Rohini.
Correct.
So they have love for loudspeaker?
No, actually the story, the entire story setting is done like this. For
Okay.
example, we are in Kerala and I think everywhere, the oldest sound system guys, no,
Right.
who operate sound system.
Right.
My lead man, the role done by Renji Pennikar and his wife character Rohini, they were having a sound system, the entire sound system, they were running it as a livelihood.
Okay.
More than a livelihood, this Panikar's character was very, very passionate about what he is doing.
Okay.
And their life was in and around loudspeakers.
Okay.
Loudspeakers, after a point of time, it is all about the voices
Okay.
who all are singing to the speakers, who
Right.
are speaking to the public.
Right. Right.
So actually, in a way, this couple has carried the history of Kerala
Okay.
almost from 1957 onwards.
Okay.
So in 2005, what happened was the loudspeakers were banned for the Noise Pollution
Yes.
Act. So suddenly this man who has committed his whole life, not for making money, but keeping the mics and keeping the loudspeakers for the best singers around India,
Yes.
the top politicians. Even he has he has put a loudspeaker for the top prime ministers of Kerala
Okay.
when they come to Kerala,
Okay.
prime ministers of India when they come to Kerala.
Okay.
So he always buys new loudspeakers, new mics for the celebrities who come, so the
Okay.
personalities who come. He respects them and he
Okay.
travel with the history of Kerala.
Okay.
And he forgot about the modernity, he forgot about the finances. So suddenly when 2005 the ban came and his equipments becomes very silent.
Right.
And he doesn't have any other space
Mm.
except live with the speakers
Right.
and the old amplifiers. So this is a story of a couple who was is always surrounded by silent loudspeakers, and then their life changes into a different scenario where people comes there to listen to the music, old music and old speeches which he has already recorded in spool tapes, or he has a lot of LP records. So people who love to spend time hearing music and hearing the old speeches of personalities, people slowly came to his. So that becomes an area where he cannot operate loudspeakers, but he just switches on a small loudspeaker so that he lives still with that.
Yes.
But the entire story take a turn when Nithya Menon's character,
Okay.
it's titled Arundhati in the film,
Okay.
when she has come for the Binale, the Cochin Binale,
Okay.
she is basically doing installations.
Okay.
So he came to do an installation there without any concepts. And fortunately, she came to know about this particular place, and she normally goes there and listens to music. And their relationship, in that silence, a relationship between these two old couple,
Okay.
this couple and her,
Okay.
he doesn't have children, and
Okay.
how she got inspired from the loudspeaker and their life, and she decided to make the
Yes.
loudspeakers talk to the world.
Wow, fascinating. Interesting that Mr. Rajeev Kumar would mention the word silent loudspeaker and then how Nitya Menon's character comes and the loudspeakers talk again.
Right.
Wonderful film. You can actually catch Kolambi in the festival. But apart from the festival, when does this film gets released for
It will be
all
released
audience?
by December. We are planning
December
for
this
a
year.
December end release.
So let's really look at your journey. You started out in 80s
Yeah.
and you started your work with the Chhota Chetan film as well.
Chhota Chetan. Yeah, that was my first film as an assistant director.
Right.
I worked with director Jijo, and that was the first 3D film made in India.
Yes.
So that was a great experience. I really wanted to go to a film institute to have my direction course. But fortunately, I had a more better experience, practical experience with this film, because we started off the pre-production by 81.
Okay.
And I got a period of 3 years working with this particular production house.
Wow.
It's as good as working in a film institute. So my first experience for working in Chhota Chetan was actually something like being in an institute.
And then your first film as a director came in 89, Chanakya, with the legendary Kamal Hassan.
Yeah, I shot my first film. It's titled Chanakya, as you said, and Kamal Hassan was in the lead role. And it will be quite interesting for the audience that in that film I introduced Mila Martin.
Okay.
So for her it was her first film, and then she became a big star with Rangila.
So that's a fact that Urmila Matondkar started out in Malayalam film.
Yeah, and that too with Kamal Hassan.
So, but that was not as a child artist.
No,
as
she
an
was-
adult.
She was just 18, 19-year-old.
Because her film as a child artist
Yeah,
was the Shekhar
that
Kapoor's
is
film.
Masoom, yeah.
Masoom.
So that is a coincidence when
Okay.
we talk now.
Yes.
Urmila has acted in my first film.
Wow. And thereafter, how was the journey? And tell us more about the kind of content that is created in Malayalam cinema.
No, I think Malayalam film people or the audience always looked at Malayalam films because of its content. No? We have an habit of coming with a lot of content which is very close to human relationships basically, and maybe more political also. Because Kerala, as you know, the people are we have a 100% literacy in the state, and we have every individual has an opinion for whatever happens in the society also, and we have always a different perspective of even the national attitudes. When the whole nation makes an attitude, the Kerala people have a different opinion about the whole thing. So that is where our films also stands out from the rest of the films made in India. That way I am very lucky that all my films, these last 25 films, I have worked on different space and time, where how human relationships have turned out to be, and how magical a human presence can make in a very chaotic situation. So I think for this journey as a filmmaker in Malayalam and a filmmaker in India, I think personally I have evolved as a person.
Very nice. Now, whenever the national awards are given every year, there's also a category Best Environmental Film. And if you go back in the year 2000, you got this award for a film called Jala Marmaram.
Yeah.
What was this film?
No, actually it was a sudden reaction as a filmmaker. It's a major issue when it was a problem against a factory in Kerala. People were agitating to close down it. And this was a reaction in support of the people's opinion that how an environment can be polluted and how the life can be polluted. So I think that film was at that point of time is quite warranted, and I think it is relevant now also.
One last question, sir. Goa is going to host national games in 2020, but when the 35th edition happened in 2015 in Kerala, you were part of the creative journey for the opening and closing ceremony. Any tips for Goa?
Yeah, I directed the national games opening and close ceremony. If they call me, definitely I love to do it.
Right. But for now, to you and your film Kolambi, all the best.
Thank you
you
so
very
much.
much for
Thank you
joining
so
us. And sir, can you also request everyone to download Prasar Bharati's News on Air app?
I was aware about it actually. So I request all the people who are watching me and watching Doordarshan, Prasar Bharati has come out with a app called News on Air, and you just download it, and it will be very convenient to hear genuine, honest reports from Doordarshan. Anyway, all congratulations to Prasar Bharati for launching the new app called News on Air. It's very innovative and it's very contemporary.
Thank you very much, Mr. T.K. Rajeev Kumar.
Thank you.
Thanks. So once again, Prasar Bharati's News on Air app, where you can get connected to the live television, live radio, there's news, podcasts, videos, and there is the